Hi, Sandy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing
I'm
today?
wonderful, thanks for asking.
Well, I'm glad to see that you came back. So how was your homework for the week like?
It was actually pretty good. I figured out a few colleges or universities that I would like to attend, and I did some research on them, and I actually submitted 2 applications, so I'm just waiting to hear back from them.
That's wonderful. How's your family doing?
My they're doing so-so. I mean, I know it's only been a week since you and I have met, but I mean, this past week it hasn't been too extreme,
Okay.
but it's still pretty bad.
Um, so on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being kind of like the worst, one being a really good situation, how would you rate this past week with your
You said 10 is the worst.
family?
Okay. I would say a 6.
A 6. Okay. And where would you like to see that situation, like lesson?
I know it would take some time, so I mean, are we still on the scale?
Yeah, yeah.
I would like to see it. I mean, even going down to a 5, like within the next
Okay.
week, or a 4.
That's
4 would be
wonderful.
even better. But I would even take a 5 at this point because I mean I just know it takes time.
All right. So what kind of made this week a little different for you?
Well, the fact that I had some homework to do assigned by you, I was able to actually get both my parents together and share with them the news about me applying and looking into some colleges and universities. And they were involved, they both gave their feedback and shared some of their stories from when they were in school. So that that made it seem like a little better and made it seem more family oriented. But
Good.
that was just that piece of the conversation afterwards. It was like back to them being themselves with the arguing.
Um, well, what do you think about maybe trying to schedule more like family time with your family?
I think that would be good.
Good.
If we could do that.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10 again, 10
Mhm.
being like the most time you spend with your family, 1 being like, nah, doesn't spend a lot of time with your family. Where would you rate like the time that you spend with your family? Like
Um. Now, does this mean like just being in the house with them, or just
like
actually
family
doing
time, like
things?
actually doing things, like you said, sit down, have a conversation, have a meal together. I remember from our last session, you talked about how you guys have kind of like fallen out of the habit of eating together.
Um. I would say that it's probably a 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, and where would you like to see it? Like,
Again, baby steps. So I mean 5
okay,
or closer to being more time together.
more time together. Okay, okay. Um, I think that's a good plan. And what do you think would be some like good ideas, like that would get your family to spend more time together?
Well, being that I'm now in the process of looking into, further my education, I think that would be a start. Um, my graduation, again, that would be something that we all could do together. Um, Dinner, maybe church on Sunday, just like,
Oh
the
yeah,
things we used to do.
oh yeah, those are great goals. Okay. All right, let me think. All right. Is there like anything else you'd like to see in your family, like structure change or anything like
Mm, More support for my sister.
that? Okay.
She's been away in the military, and when you're away from your family, you may have a family away from family, but there's no family like your immediate family. So
Right.
just because she lives a different lifestyle does not make her uh, a non-existent part of the family,
Right.
because she does exist. And um, I just would like to see more support, more welcoming attitudes
Okay.
towards her.
Hmm. Do you think, like, what kind of steps do you think? Like, we could maybe invite your family to have a sit down situation. You can explain, like, how you're feeling, and maybe even have your older sister there, and we could have, like, a therapeutic, like, family group going. Or maybe it's something you can, like, address with your family on your own. I don't necessarily have to be there. What are some things you think you do to remedy that situation?
Well, I've tried that at home, trying to bring us all together,
Okay.
but I kind of feel like maybe it was too much too soon.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, I think if I could get them to all come in here, and we were able to sit down and have like, an outside person just listen and, give us some feedback, I think that would help.
Okay. Do you think it would help maybe we sat down with maybe you and your parents first, and then, or maybe just you and your sister first, and then we kind of like make a plan from there? It wouldn't be like we'd still have our own private sessions, and it would just be like maybe a touch-based session. That wouldn't be very long.
Um, Maybe myself and my parents first because my sister and I we're pretty close.
Okay.
Um, we don't have any issues communicating, but I think sitting down with my parents first.
Okay. So I think we have some short-term goals, and I think we've set some like long-term goals to work on. Um, and I think they're pretty good goals. But in the short-term goals, the long-term being like the sit down with your family, sit down with your sister, and like the whole group thing. But the short-term goals, I know you've got some applications in, you can get some more in. Maybe do an outing with your family, go to the aquarium, like you said, go to church on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe even after church on Sunday, like go have a picnic or something.
Nice.
Do you think those are some things you could maybe work on?
Yeah, that's starting little, so yeah, I think I could work on those.
Okay. Um, so what would you like? You don't have to necessarily do that, but like, what's your kind of plan? What do you?
Well, some days nowadays are usually pretty hot, so maybe
Okay.
we could go out for some ice cream.
Oh yeah,
There are
that's
some
lovely.
coupons in the paper, so we could use those ice cream coupons and go out for some ice cream after church, or not even go to church, just go out for ice cream.
Yeah, I think that's a great plan. All right, so let's plan on doing that. Do you mind meeting with me sometime next week?
No, I don't mind.
Okay. What availability do you have?
I can come on a Wednesday morning.
Okay. I think that's perfect. Let's go set something up with Rachel, our secretary, and get you all set.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks for talking with me.
Thank you.